Monday. Hope you're starting the week off right, like we are here.
Fantastic
with a very inspirational Monday.
Love it.
It is January 26th. Feels like the middle of July, though.
Well,
Maybe not quite July.
No, July,
How
but
about
still.
May or something?
I'm with you.
May.
The golfing.
Yeah, there you go. That's what's
Just have
next.
to wait for that snow to melt a little bit more. So good morning. So as I said, it's a very inspirational day here today. We've got Donna Carson here, who's a personal bankruptcy trustee with us.
Yeah, some fantastic advice too. We also have Doroto, who's going to be talking a bit about being mindful. Yes?
Mindfulness in our lives.
Yeah, and you're a big fan of Amber, Miss Amber Approved over here.
Yes, Amber Romaniak from Amber Approved. She's brought her new magazine. We're going to talk about her Smash the Scale coming up later.
Love that. You know, just before the break, we were chatting with Donna, and she brought up some great advice, some great tips about where we are economically in our world. Things are changing. We all agree that things are changing. We hear of layoffs. We hear of dropping oil prices. We hear of dropping interest rates and whatnot. Now, Amber, you made a great point about we shouldn't be fearful about the changing economic world that we're in. We should embrace it.
Well, and I think just having a different outlook, a more positive outlook of what can I create even though this is happening. Because for, like I was saying, even people that are not in the industry, Calgary is a very prosperous city. There's a lot of opportunity here. And maybe people are in business where they can also reach outside of Calgary to do business as well. And I think if we all jump into fear, then the fear, that energy grows in the city, right? Versus if we can shift that to a more positive outlook, then I don't think it'll affect us quite as much because we're not attracting more of that.
So about being aware.
Yeah.
And really what this is all about is change. People naturally fear change.
It's true.
We really like the steady state that we're in because we know what to expect. Change, we don't know what to expect. But in reality, there may be a lot of things that we are still very grateful for in our present life. To just pause and reflect. And like Amber said, what opportunities may be laying in front of us that we're not aware of because we're so focused on the fear of the change.
Yes.
Donna, when you meet a number of these clients, I'm certain that a lot of them are fearful. Do you find yourself to be a counselor at times too? Say,
Yes.
just relax, it's okay, we're going to get through this.
Yes, we are counselors, we are psychologists, we are a sounding board, I guess, sometimes. Yeah, and don't they say sometimes, a change is as good as a rest?
Yes,
don't be scared of change. Things happen.
Just got to roll with it.
Yeah, things happen.
You can plan for it,
Yeah. Well, what is also happening on this wonderful day, it's Spouses Day. Now, 3 of us here are married, so Dorota, Donna, and myself, it is Spouses Day, and that's one of the things that's trending right now. Hashtag Spouses Day. It's an actual day. And you were all surprised. Well, Donna, is it every day? Well, I guess it could be. Maybe not in my world, but maybe in your world it is. We all try to be happy, but hey, happy Spouses Day.
Well, thank you. Happy Spouses Day to you too. Is this a
celebrate?
warm-up for Valentine's Day?
Maybe it is.
No, isn't that? Well, this day is supposed to be one of, you don't exchange gifts. You don't say, here, I love you, here is a gift. It's more of that, you just give me your hand. You just hold a hand and say, honey, you know what? Thank you very much for being who you are.
Thank you, Phoenix.
You're very welcome.
I'm so glad you're in my life.
See?
Kind of like that?
See? That
I
was
didn't know
touching.
better. I know you married.
My phone's going to go off any second. It'll be from the honey saying, what was that?
Same here.
Sorry, Annie, I have to excuse myself. But no, just to appreciate the person in our life who means so much to us. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Well, let's hope not. Like Donna said, that should be happening hopefully every day, although sometimes we forget. So thanks for giving us another excuse to,
To
hug
say,
our partner.
see?
Yes.
Aw. I feel all nice and warm and fuzzy inside. Sorry, honey, that meant nothing. That meant nothing. Sorry, Dorota. I know, don't be like that.
Your red matches your shirt.
Yeah. Aw.
I don't even know how to move on to our next topic from there. The Education Minister is looking at letting students challenge the provincial exams based on their schedule. So this, of course, applies to people who might be involved in theater and arts, who spend a lot of time away from school or sports, and they miss a lot of school, and the exam schedule doesn't always work for their schedule. So he's just toying with the idea of it being a little more flexible. I think it would have worked for me better, I think, when I was in high school. I don't know. What about you, Amber?
I think why not? If people can go in and challenge and do it at their own schedule, I think it's a good choice to have.
It's one of those things that we are looking for a break, and I want to say that the educational system is smartening up. They're realizing we have different demands on our lives and our kids' lives as well too. So how can we help accommodate that? I think it's a great idea, but it's just being proposed.
Yeah, it's just an idea that's floating around right now. I think it's a little interesting. He also says it could improve high school completion rate.
Well, there you go.
Well, that
that's
makes
good.
sense.
Yeah.
Looking at a lot of kids, junior high and high school, they are involved in a lot of sports or arts programs, and that is very important in their lives. I mean, we live in a country
Busy
where
world.
hockey is, definitely
King,
very
yeah.
important. My daughter is in basketball, my son in hockey, and they lead very busy lives. So this does make sense, where it would be nice to have that flexibility for them to be able to study and do their exams in alignment with the other important things in their life.
Well, less busyness is one thing that Doroto will tell you is important, because we are in a very, very busy world. Information in, and how do we handle that? Doroto Ulkowska.
We're going to get there. It's Ulkowska. But
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
We're going to practice later.
Senior consultant and trainer, The Potential Project. You have come up with resolving to create less busyness and more space in 2015. Explain that.
Definitely. As you mentioned, we live in a world where it's almost a badge of honor to say, oh, I'm so busy. I'm always busy. My kids are busy. It's how we start out the question, how are you? Oh, great, but I'm busy. This has become something that we have owned now, and it has become part of our personality. But in reality, when you look past that, is that something to be really proud of? We are beings who, once again, we were speaking about balance, thrive on balance. We thrive on having enough rest and perspective on our lives in order to have the right connections, whether it's on Spouses Day or not, the right connections with the people in our lives, our coworkers, and also identify, are we actually being efficient and productive? Just because I'm busy does not mean I'm actually achieving things. So to take that pause and identify, is there maybe unnecessary busyness in my life, first of all? And second of all, is there unnecessary busyness in my mind? Meaning, am I thinking about so many things at the same time that it's actually taking me away from what I am trying to do in the moment, right? So those are the two key things.
And we apologize for being busy, but we don't really apologize.
No, we don't.
We say it, but we don't mean it.
Yes, and I find that part of my work is, of course, calling people and promoting our work. And sometimes I find myself apologizing to the person that I'm calling for interrupting their day. Which I kick myself for afterwards, because I'm thinking, wait a second, my time is just as important as your time, and busyness is not a badge of honor. This is an opportunity to connect and exchange information. So it's a change of perspective, first of all, and second of all, identifying again, where are we unnecessarily busy in our lives and in our minds.
You have a fan in Donna.
Yeah.
Your life is busy?
Yeah, we're busy.
So how are you handling it?
A great spouse who it does some of that household stuff.
Yeah.
I do have that.
Some of this rings true in your
Yeah.
mind?
Running, whatever. Well, for me, it's running or curling or sports are important for me to de-stress, take a deep breath.
And realize it's going to be okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, the key is just identifying that we are too busy. Amber is screaming busy with her new magazine. How do you know you're too busy?
When I'm up working until midnight and have to get up at 6 the next morning to do it all over again, not getting a day off. I've pulled a few of those 8-week work streaks in the past, and then you get tired, and so it's like, how can I create what I need to, help who I need to help, and get everything done? Who can I delegate to? Who in the future may I want to hire to help with social media, assistant, all those kinds of things, because as a business grows, which is a very positive thing, you need more people to help you
Sure.
grow even more. So
She's on the right track?
Definitely you're on the right track. I will give another little hint for our viewers, and that is multitasking. We are believers that multitasking is the way to be productive. And I think we've spoken about this in the past, that science has shown us that there is no such thing as multitasking. Our brain can actually only do one task at a time. So what we're doing in reality when we're trying to do multiple things at the same time is our mind, our brain actually shifts from one thing to another really quickly, giving us the illusion that we're doing multiple things at the same time. But the downside of this is that we're actually not finishing what we're doing. We are making more mistakes and our stress goes up. So the antidote to this is do one thing at a time. Choose one task, do it, finish it. You will be more effective, your stress level will be lower, then go to the next task and finish that. You will find that you are much more productive and you will not have this sense of, oh, I'm so busy going from one thing to another because I'm trying to juggle 5 things at the same time.
Do you find that depends on somebody's personality too? I find some people can
that's true.
clear out the noise, if you'll call it, and some people need to close the door and focus.
It is dependent on your personality, but it is also dependent on what you were taught in life, right? If you have grown up, gone to school, and worked in an environment where it's very busy and the people around you are doing multiple things at the same time, this is a learned behavior.
Because we think that person is a slacker. You're a slacker. You're not busy enough.
Yes, it's a judgment.
And it really is. And then all of a sudden we take it personally and think, wait a minute, I have to be just as busy as Kate, or else I'm not.
Yes.
I was about to say I'm not worthy.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying?
maybe,
Yeah.
or not achieving what you
Yeah.
could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You slacker.
But it is just an illusion, right? It is just an illusion of the busyness aspect being the badge of honor that look at me, look how busy I am, hence
Right.
I'm more important.
Right.
But in reality, if I'm just focusing on one thing, I'm actually doing more than likely much more than the person who's trying to multitask.
No doubt in my
Yeah.
mind, Doroto, you're inspiring a lot of people by what you're saying, so it's so great to have you here on set as well,
Wonderful.
too.
Thank you.
Senior consultant and trainer, The Potential Project, to find out more.